Draffet. This is Draffet Store. And happy holidays to everybody. Alright, this week, like I said, I was going to do it on religion. Personally, I have went to church, never got baptized, never had my first Holy Communion, never had, never got my confirmation. Believed in Jesus at one time. Was agnostic. Tried to find other religions belief-wise, Buddhism, paganism, and came back to agnostic. So I believe in God. I just don't believe in organized religion. I find it was useful at one time. Now it just causes too much problems. Now, because I live in America, that means that I can't persecute anybody that does follow a religion. It just means that I pretty much don't care for religions. So in other words, if you're part of a religious group or order, I'm never going to boycott you. You are safe, secure in the ability to practice whatever it is you practice. I had something on the camera. Now, that said, like I did back in right around Easter, where I pretty much said that Judaism, Muslim faith, or Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, and all the little branches and sects of each one are just one section of one tree, which is true. Or if you prefer it, they are all trees of a specific kind. Say they are all oaks or birch, but they grow in a different way, so that you can have your Jewish oak, your Christian oak, and your Islamic oak, and they will, everything will just, branches of each will flourish. Now, where another religion, like Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Baha'i faith, I know there's another one in here somewhere, or a few other. Zoroastrianism, Kurdish religions, and most of the folk religions are actually a different tree in their own categories. So you can have oak for the Jewish faith, the Judeo-Christian faith. You can have the other one as birch. You can have the other one as cherry, maple, and that such. Now, my belief is this. Well, actually, you've heard that they can cause nothing but problems. It does not mean that each religion can't. Now, my belief towards each religion is, even though I don't believe that religion has a place today, that doesn't mean I don't believe that, all the bullshit aside, they can't commingle readily and without issues. Because here in the United States, we'll say, take New York, we have a bunch of different Jews, Christians, Catholics, Islam, Buddhists, and they all mesh daily, go to work, walk the same streets without any issues. So the beliefs themselves, whatever religious belief you have, can commingle with other ones. Now there is some um, issues with, like, depending on what part of the United States you're in or the world, where, like, even though you're allowed to practice other religions, they have an issue. Certain areas have an issue with it. You can't be a Wicca, or born agains will have a problem with you. You can't practice Satanism, which is just a reverse Christianity, without them having an issue with you. And a lot of it comes from ignorance of each and other faiths. Now, we will go. I mean, I can go through over here and do, like, on Wikipedia, they have issues in religion, and go through in each and every little thing. But the most part is, it just ends up being one specific person in a group or a religion that either they don't understand these other religions, or they're trying to press their own beliefs over the religious beliefs, and you end up getting something like Spanish Inquisition. Nowadays you wouldn't get it so much, but you end up getting wars, like in the Middle East. Gaza Strip is a main area where two different religions, or the religious leaders, have a differentiation of an opinion on who should have what. And they're fighting over pretty much a piece of land that really doesn't belong to either. And I know that's going to piss off a lot of people, because the Bible and this and that says this. No, pretty much neither group actually owns the land. You can write as many documents stating the Jews own this, the Zionist Jews own that, the Palestinians own this. In reality, take all the humans away, the land owns the land, people don't. People are more or less like fleas on a dog. The dog shakes, the fleas go away. Though, too many fleas, the dog dies. But, there is some good in religion. Personal, personal beliefs. But it all depends on, your, belief. What your doctrine is for the particular religion, which we'll go here. With Jainism, taught primarily by, hopefully I'm saying this right, Prasada, in 9th century BCE in Mahavira, is an ancient Indian religion that prescribes the path of nonviolence for all forms of living beings in the world. Okay. Which, the whole nonviolence thing, if it worked out properly, it is an excellent belief system to have. I mean, there's a whole lot more to it, but I mean, it's an excellent ideal to have. Then you have Hinduism, is a synecdoche describing the similar philosophies. I'm not even going to go into. Okay, well, I will. Vaishnavism, Shaivism, and related groups practiced or founded in the Indian subcontinent. Concepts of most of them share in common include karma, caste, reincarnation, mantras, yantras, darsana, Hinduism is the most ancient of all active religions. Its origin is perhaps far back as prehistoric times. Hinduism is not a monotheistic religion, but a religion category containing dozens of separate philosophies amalgamated as Sanatana Dharma, which is the name with whom Hinduism has been known throughout history by its followers. So, you see what I'm saying. Depending on the religion, it has different things that maybe one person finds interesting that the religion of their faith or country that they come from doesn't have, so they convert to something that's more in line with who they are as a human being. Like I said, now don't get me wrong, they do have a lot of the dogmas of each and every religion that work. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But the problem is with a lot of them, while say groups like the Jews and the Muslims actually the Jews, they're allowed to question their faith, have issues with their faith, which I find good, excellent, because if you don't question your faith and you just follow it like this is my faith, you're just being a sheep and not using your head. Now with Islam, with some of the way that they do look at sex and a few other things, and the whole wine thing, I think that's awesome. I mean, if you can go through your whole life without ever drinking alcohol and do it as a doctrine, it's great. With how rigorous they are with their beliefs. I think it's awesome. Catholics, Christians, wishy-washy sometimes. Sometimes they follow their beliefs. Sometimes they fall off the wagon and they come back. It's just my look at it. Now, do I believe that everybody should have a religious religion in their life? No. There are some people that, for whatever reason, being either agnostic like I am, and they have faith in God, belief in God, is all that they need to get through. Or not having atheists, not having any belief in any afterlife, and works for them. I mean, then you get some people that they just. I was reading something today on a gentleman that was trying to have all of the people that say, well, this is, Horus has all these similarities with Christ, prove these stories of Horus are true with, that's where the Catholic or the Christian faith got all of their things. He stated that he was, atheist that went to agnostic, that went to this, and currently, whatever. Well, that's, in some people's lives, that's how they do it. Their religions. They start out as one, and then they gravitate to something else that fits them. There's others that they start off Christian, they die a Christian. They start off Catholic, they die a Catholic. Some convert because of marriage. I have an aunt who, my oldest aunt, my dad's oldest aunt on my dad's side, did that to become Lutheran. Our family's, like I said, Catholic, and then she married my uncle and converted to being Lutheran. Um, so, that kind of stuff happens. But if the foundation is similar to what you're used to, it's great. Or if there's something that you don't believe or have an issue with in your, your current existing religious belief, because mom and dad said, well, you have to follow this. Question it wholeheartedly, and look for the answers that you have. Now, do I believe that the world would be a better place if everything was just philosophical beliefs and not religious beliefs? Oh yeah, I think philosophical debates and philosophical beliefs are easier to adjust your way of life to than rigid, restricting religious beliefs. Hence, I'm agnostic. I believe in God. It's just everything with the religions that I was brought up on, well, suck ass, in my opinion. But with that, the new year's coming next week, and unfortunately, I have no idea what I'm going to do it on. I could do a follow-up to the gun control thing since we've had so many shootings, but personally, I'm just going to leave the gun control issue alone because, well, my video stands for itself. I could do a 2012 year in review, or I just play it by ear. However I do it. This is Draffet. This is Draffet Store. Have fun. See you in the new year.